the way I got into CrossFit was kind of a slow process initially. I boxed in college, and I was always looking for, and I got into just working out in general, and I started training with a guy who in the military had done some powerlifting and Olympic weightlifting competitions, and this is back in 2001, so this is a long time ago. So I started to dabble in that stuff, and I saw some real noticeable differences in my athleticism and performance. I gained about 10 or 15 pounds, and it was all lean too. So this gym here is kind of an annex of CrossFit Grandview. So if you want to do your own thing, like in my case right now, I normally do 99% of training in group classes at the gym. But right now I'm injured and tweaked up, so this place is perfect. We have all the gear where you can do, functional workouts and things like that. But you can work around things, so it's really nice to do that. Or if you want to, I can't get this thing to pop off. But it's really nice, like if you're banged up or you're short for time and you don't have a long time to work out like me today. I'm going to be really busy for the rest of the day. I can come in here, get something in quick, and then get to work. So this works out really well. And I just did it for a convenience factor. People down in this area are busy. A lot of young professionals, lawyers, doctors, people who work odd hours. So it works when they can't get in the gym. A lot of times they'll come here and they can make the workout up. So I'd kind of made up my mind. I wanted to work as a coach, a trainer, a gym owner in CrossFit, or at least just really get into teaching people CrossFit for a living. So I was kind of doing some substitute teaching and training on the side, and what I was doing wasn't a long-term, it wasn't going to work out long-term just monetarily. So I started keeping my eyes open for opportunities. Right around that time, myself and Graham were running over to Rogue to buy some equipment. Rogue was not where it is now. It was back in Gehenna, kind of by the airport. The focus was starting to be more on the equipment side of things. They had started to sell some equipment, and they had an affiliate. And they said their class schedule was shrinking. So Graham and I shot him an email. Actually, Graham did. He knew Bill a little bit better than I had. He had gone over there. I'd trained over there once or twice, but he had gone over there a few times before the games and worked out with Katie to get ready for the 2009 games. Shot him an email, said that we were interested in maybe coming over and doing a little training or managing the place, because it had sounded like they weren't looking to really be involved anymore with the gym side of things, and they're shifting their focus. So we went over there, and in one day they said, yeah, come over here and meet. We went over there, met him the next day. In between our training sessions, Bill and Katie and Chris were in the gym, and they said, you guys want it. You guys want the gym. And we were kind of stunned, and I'd been going through a really rough time too, just personally, and was looking for something, for an opportunity. Just things hadn't been going my way. We had we took over December 1 of 2009. We were running 2 classes a day. About 3 or 4 people in a class. I think we had 14 active members is what we figured out when we started. And so right away, to make some money, because we weren't making any money with that, we had to get the membership up. And so we dug down. Luckily, what actually helped me, what helped us a lot real early on is it was in right where I grew up, and I started posting right away. I went to Facebook, we made some videos and stuff, just us working out in the gym, me and Graham, and then taking pictures, and people started asking me what was going on, and I probably got about 20 people that I went to high school with. They came in and they joined, and that helped get us a little momentum, that helped get us through that first few months. I think we made $400, so we actually did turn a profit the first month. We each made $400 the first month. Yeah, we need the points.
Katie, her not being able to do it's kind of gonna hurt a little.
Because we're gonna take.
Yeah,
we're gonna end up taking 90, maybe 80 something, and then a 50 or something like that.
Redoing it. Chelsea's redoing it.
I wasn't focused, and I was worried about keeping up with Andy and shit, and I got a ton of no reps early on.
Yeah.
And then
This is a workout that it's definitely one that's not just pure engine. You have to be really smart about it and
that's what
control.
was nice. I only got one no rep, but I feel like I might have had one extra rep in me, but I played it perfectly.
Yeah.
That's
You ran a smarter race this time.
This is going to be a much better sport.
Yeah. Most of these guys, none of these guys have redone any workouts yet. But this one, a lot of it is just so you can train throughout the open. And these guys are good enough, and they're going team this year to where we're just worried about getting into regionals in a top and getting in that first heat, so we're at least competing against the lead teams in that first heat, so we're not in one of the back heats, and then you win your heat and you took 25th on the workout somehow still. So we want to be in there with the big boys on the first heat, and that's why they're redoing this, so we don't lose any traction. I think we're sitting 3rd regionally, and then Katie's injured right now, so she has to take a 1 on the workout. So they need to get the points up so we don't lose ground on this. Good job, Kiri. Woo! 141 and 95. So they both improved significantly. Kiri improved 4 reps. Andy, 15 maybe?
Did you get 140?
141.
Yeah, by 15.
Yeah, that's huge. 2013 or 14, we only let people do it once. Like, you had one shot, and we were still usually the number 1 team in the region. It's gotten a lot more competitive since then. To keep up, we have to do the workout sometimes twice, just to make sure we're not losing points. I'd love to coach and be the facilitator of more classes. What was starting to happen for me is when I was doing too much of that, I started getting behind on work and basically ship steering type work where I was having to rush that type of stuff. And I have really good coaches that I can lean on, and it wasn't my best use of time. Now, 5:30, and the thing is too, I'm always going to coach, and I'm always going to have, always going to coach at least a class a day or 2 classes a day, because if I do less than that, I'm not going to be sharp. I'll lose it. You'll start losing it, and I've been there before where I'm like, even doing it this much, I'll feel like I might lose it, my edge, or like my eye's not quite as sharp.
So I'll jump in there, and now I've been taking some privates here and there too, which it helps sharpen my eye up, and I'll train some beginners and things like that. And it's something I have to consistently work on, and I'm making sure I'm getting into seminars and different things like that. And like pushing the weight up, it's more of a midline thing. So what I want you to do is kind of feel your stomach here. Now this is going to sound kind of weird. I want you to breathe in, not into your chest, but breathe into your stomach. And then feel it real tight. So see, you're breathing right into your chest.
Okay.
Well, think like you're making like a Homer Simpson belly. So breathe into your belly. And then tighten your abs, and then feel it. It should feel like a ball.
That belt.
Your chest up tall.
What do you got on there, Clay?
50-50.
Nice. Monday's the big day, though. Mondays and a lot of times Wednesdays are really big. And the weekend classes are pretty big too, because we don't have as many of them. And people have the day off work. But yeah, Mondays are big here. Most of my time I need to either be doing admin work or be prepared for things that come up. And it's one of those things where I might not have a definitive task, but there's, with a business of this size and scope, there's always something that either I might have forgot about or something that may like just need addressed. So I have to keep myself somewhat able to be adaptable and be able to move around. But I do take on some clients. One is Luke Zacharich, who I think he lives close. He had found our gym online, and he hit me up on Facebook and asked me if I would be willing to do some training for him. I'm a huge UFC fan. I used to box competitively back in college, and so I actually knew who he was. He had been on the Ultimate Fighter show that I watched a few years back, and so I had vaguely remembered him. It had been a while. He was on the show back in maybe 2006 or 7. So like basically we'll get people now, and it's starting to happen more and more. We'll get memberships from, so we'll just get memberships from transfers. And that's probably half our memberships now. So the game's changing a lot as far as running an affiliate, where you're getting your members now. A lot of people have been exposed to CrossFit, and even a couple years ago, most of the people, 80-90% of the people you're getting, they've never done CrossFit before. And now, if people have wanted to do CrossFit, most people have had an opportunity with a gym close to them. So if they've wanted, hey, I've really been wanting to try CrossFit out, you have a gym, within a few miles of your house. Now, especially in Columbus, we've got 30 affiliates. When I started 5 years ago, we were the only affiliate, and the next 2 years there was probably 4 or 5 around. But then about 2 or 3 years ago, like the bubble popped, and now there's one every few miles. So one thing that people, I think even new affiliate owners, need to realize is just because you stake your flag in the ground and you say, hey, we're a CrossFit gym, you're not necessarily just going for new folks now. It's we're competing for people who have been they've been doing CrossFit for a while, and they're looking for the best gym. So I would say half the people are transfers. So I do 4 different tracks of programming every week, so I have a lot of different stuff going on. I can't try all the workouts. So but a lot of the workouts that I use with people, I've done hundreds and hundreds of CrossFit workouts, so I use a lot that I've done before. So that's good to be able to do that. Kind of pull from from a big, vast knowledge base of, I've followed main site exclusively for long periods of time. I love doing that. That's a lot of fun. Well, the first 2 years I was in business, you know, more or less it was trying to get the thing off the ground, trying to just survive. And then it settled into, hey, coming in, coaching 3 or 4 classes, you know, getting a training session in, and then just heading home, kind of hanging out with the buds. But at the time, you know, we had a business that was 80 to 110 members, maybe at the most. And when I moved the business down here to Grandview, that's when it started to turn into a business. And then kind of my entrepreneurial side really started to come out. I started to see this gym as not just a way to kind of spend my time and trying to get better as an athlete, but I started to see this really as a career. This is the gym store, the Athlete's Corner. And my wife, Kate, actually named the store. When we came over here initially, I wanted another source of revenue. You know, I started playing around with selling a few supplements and some different things. We even tried shoes. That didn't really work out. We sold them, but it was a big pain in the butt. I didn't want to turn into like a shoe salesman in between classes. But we ended up, you know, I came up with this idea to build a store out after we started moving a little bit of product. And this has probably been one of my best ideas that I ever had. I'll lead you guys through the next part of the warm-up. 4-0, 40. Let those hips come back. Don't just squat it. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And then up 2 seconds. But actually, once you hit the bottom of your squat, go ahead and just stand it up and then drop back down. Down. Pop up, good. Down, good. So one thing a lot of times I'll see people do, they'll come under the bar, they're soft, and then they try and get their spine once they take it off. Here's the thing, some of you guys, you're hitting big weights, 315-pound back squats. It's hard to straighten your spine back out with like 250, 300 pounds on your back. Make sure that spine's in line, and all you need to do is little squat under it, hips forward, and then back it off. You also don't need to take that bar off and walk it back to here, sit there, think about it, and then squat it. What's happening is if you think about, like, if you're a video game character, you're standing in lava while that's happening and your power's going down, okay? So as you're hanging out with a bunch of weight on your back, your energy's going down, now you're trying to hit a 1-rep max. So get it off there, brace like I just showed you, go ahead and hit your rep and stand it up. Yeah, where I see a lot of people kind of error is they take real small jumps and they actually wear themselves out on the way up. Yep. Yeah, buddy. So we should be working up to that 1-rep max here in the next, about 230. Some big weight.
Felt good.
Good job, man.
I haven't done a 1-rep in well over a year.
Today is 4 rounds. It's 4 reps, so total reps. If you guys see all the grids, people are writing down their reps. It's 4 reps. We have 1 minute of wall ball. Push those hips back. You're gonna drive the weight up, slide under it, and then you're gonna go into your first wall ball, okay? Guys are going to the 10-foot line. The bottom of that line is 10 feet. Girls to the 9-foot line. We're doing like an interchange too at 5:30. I mean, training right now, I've got probably about 25 in my class. But with level 2 and people coming in for the 6:30 class, we probably have about 60 people in the gym right now. 3, 2, 1. Thursday at this time, we'll have about 12 people in the gym. Well, they start coming in we have that Olympic weightlifting class, which about half the gym that comes that day. We probably get about 25, 30 people in that class. But throughout the day, for some reason, Thursday's like our rest day, and we get about 5 to 10 people in every class, and that's light.